Righto, so we've turned off at Norseman and we just refueled and grabbed some water there. You can get water, you need to use the water tokens from the Visitors Information Centre and then go pull up and get water. Sorry, I didn't grab any footage of it, but yeah, just trust me, read the WikiCamp reviews and you'll work it out. From Norseman, we've headed towards Hyden, which is directly sort of due west towards Busselton, rather than going down along the coast along the Esperance. We've taken this road that Google reckons is 10 minutes shorter, but it's just turned to dirt, and it wasn't too bad. And then we passed the grader on the road, and now it has gone to absolute custard. So it's just really corrugated. You can see where the road trains have gone up and around the side, and there's squiggle lines everywhere. Simon's really concentrating. It's one of those ones where it involves a lot of concentration just to see where all the dips and bumps are, especially with the shadows of the trees. So I'm not going to even point the camera at him because I don't want him to be distracted. There is a couple of camps along here. We're hoping to camp up just one of the campsites and then make our way into Hyden, where we will go check out Wave Rock and then make our way into Busselton. Marge, the rains are here. Oh man, we were just chilling out watching dinner and then you just hear this like little rumble going on and I'm like, what's that? Next thing you know, there's this massive storm cloud just pulled in, and so we're gonna get some photos and we're gonna get some footage. But this place is sick. I'm a little bit nervous about that road, that if we get a big storm, but it is what it is. Yeah, wow. What a find. Just the landscapes in WA are just so dramatic. It's just so good. All right, let's get back and enjoy this storm. Righto, so we're back on the road this morning, and last night's camp was absolutely beautiful. This massive storm cloud just came in, blew a heap of rain at us and then buggered off again, which was pretty cool. Made some good photography for our Instagram. But then what we didn't realise when we went to bed last night is I left one of the windows open and this gentle breeze must have been blowing in all night. There is a fine layer of red dust all through our caravan, all over our laptops, on everything needs a good clean. Like, we're all a bit snotty and congested. We've obviously got boogers up our noses and whatnot. Boys had a good so I was like, what? Overshare, but you get the gist. The boys had a massive run around on that Salt Lake this morning. They were absolutely covered in mud, but gee, they had a good time. So just giving them a wash off, jumped in the van. But yeah, it was a bit of chaos this morning. It wasn't like, wake up and everything's perfect. It's like, wake up, oh, kids have wet the bed, oh, it's dirt everywhere in the caravan, oh no, like, just one of those mornings. Anyway, we're back on the road, and yeah, we're gonna make our way into Wave Rock. Let's go. itself is quite hard packed, but the corrugations are they're really long. They're a really odd shape, shallow but quite long. So it makes getting a good speed up on them quite difficult. And we're just saying that I think that they're caused from road trains. Mostly only, road trains would be using this track.
That's our theory.
That's our theory anyway, because we've travelled for a while now and we've never seen corrugations like this before. So yeah, a bit of fun and games this morning. It's going to take a little bit of extra concentration driving, which is exactly what you want when you're on, like a 36-hour drive road trip from central New South Wales to the southwest of WA. This road's the kind of perfect road to test out our new shock absorbers, so we're just experimenting at the moment. Simon's just popped them on the 10 and 10 on both sides to see how it goes and see if we can soften this ride up a little bit.
You'll have to excuse me not looking at the camera. I'm going to keep my eyes on the road. But yeah, 16's the softest, 0's the firmest. So completely off-road, low-range stuff, I'd go the softest. On the road, on the sealed roads, we go fairly firm with the caravan on, and then I soften it up when we unhitch. On this sort of stuff though, where it's reasonably high speed, 60 to 80 k's an hour, I don't want to go too soft because we'll lose handling, but also don't want it super firm because then we don't get the good ride over some of these corrugations. So it's pretty new to us, or very new to us. So it's all just an experiment, and like anything, it's sort of like playing around with tyre pressures. I reckon you just play around with it and see what works best for each situation, each scenario. The best thing about this though, compared to tyre pressures, is I can adjust it on the fly and just experiment, make minor adjustments and sort of get instant feedback on what works well and what doesn't.
I'm pretty sure this technology is the kind of technology they use in those off-road buggies and things like that in the off-road racing scene. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's now trickled its way into the full drive market as well, which is nice. We'll give it a run for its money. It's not cheap though.
In terms of the whole upgrade we did, it wasn't actually, I think it was about $1,500 more off the top of my head to go the electric in-cab adjustable with it has an auto adjust feature as well, where it'll sense the body roll and stuff from the car, and we might do a bit more of a video on it later, but yeah, it wasn't in the scheme of what we were spending on the upgrade, it wasn't ridiculous.
We'll put it back out of full drive.
In the 70 series, you can't change from 2 high to 4 high or back again without slowing down to below 20k an hour. You can't shift on the fly. I don't know if that's just the hubs, or if anyone out there knows, what do you need to do to be able to do that? Do you need freewheeling hubs maybe to be able to do that? Get rid of these auto hubs? Don't know. It's annoying not being able to shift on the fly. Anyway, good news is we got sealed road, baby, and it is brand new and dead smooth. I love my dirt road driving, but not when you're trying to just make up Ks. I felt like we were doing dirt for the sake of doing dirt. Anyway, good news is she's sealed. It's not, and I can see in the distance it's sealed for a while. Show 'em, darling. Show 'em. So we pulled into Hyden. There's a good little playground there for the kids, topped up on water, got some fuel as well. Aired up the tyres. We went and had a squiz out at Wave Rock, but didn't really appeal to us, eh? It's $12 a car, entry fee, which that's pretty reasonable, I think, but there's not really any good parking there for the van, and there was a heap of people there. We've seen a lot of big rocks before, including wave-type rocks in South Australia and stuff. We just didn't feel the need.
The touristiness of it was just getting me. It was all just sort of sort of funneling you towards like stay at this accommodation, come into this place here, spend your money there, go for the walk, pay to see the rock. It was like, no, I'm just not in the mood today, and I would only be doing it just to take a photo and just to see it. But yeah, I'm not going to. I'm just gonna put this one down to not feeling up for it today. I'm sure it's worth it. The reviews are mixed on Wikicamps. There's you love it or you hate it. And I think today the mood we're in, we're all a bit tired, all a bit exhausted, like Simon said. I think, yeah, we had a much better time at the playground, chilling out, having lunch, and then yeah, just hitting the road. So yeah, keen to get to Busselton at this point. We've spent a lot of time in this car.
It's also hot and windy. We're all a bit tired. So you know what? We're going to leave that one. We're just going to continue on tonight to a little free camp up the road here in the next town. Yeah, and then tomorrow we'll be rolling into Busselton, which is pretty exciting. Been 2 years since we've been there and been hanging to get back ever since we left. So onward and upward. Easy little camp tonight, and then gonna start having a look around Busselton and the Margaret River region. Should be good. Let's go.
Have you still got time for loving me? I wanna know if you ain't tired of me yet, baby. Have you still got time for loving me? Oh, all this pain, all in me.
Well, good morning. Good little rest stop last night in Coolin. We're in little town on the way to Busselton here. It's a really good little free camp, little council provided 72-hour free camp. Everything you need for travellers here. This is a really good example of a town that does camping, free camping well for travellers. Toilets, rubbish, there's a great playground, good little pub across the road, allegedly. There's a BMX track, there's skate park, yeah, it's just a really good little spot. Really basic little free camp, but exactly what people like us need when you're traveling through an area. Makes you hang around in the town, spend a bit of money, all that sort of stuff. So really good to see. Really quiet night last night, really quiet here this morning as well. Beautiful little town. Yeah, definitely big tick to Coolin. Today, we got another few hours to go and we're gonna get to Busselton. Let's get in the car, let's get out of here. Let's do it. Ready to go?
Ready to go. You timed that perfectly. Ready to look up. Let's hit the road. I'm so excited. I can hear the brewery calling my name. Can you hear Shelton
glad it's not
singing
just
your name?
me,
Oh
yeah.
man, we're gonna have some beers there this afternoon.
Continue on State Road 10 for 25 kilometers.
Well, we bloody made it to Busselton. I'm so freaking stoked. We are gonna unhitch our van and then not move it for a few weeks. I can't believe we've done like 3,600 kilometers over the last couple of weeks, but we're here now. We're gonna set up base camp and use this as our step-off point to explore the southwest for the next few months. So right now we just need to get ourselves unhitched into the brewery.
Well, we did it. We're here on the WA coast finally after 2 years. We left and we've been hanging to get back ever since. It's so good to be back here in Busselton. There is so much to see and do in this southwest area of WA, and we can't wait to get under the skin and share all that with you guys as well. Sadly though, not long after we arrived here in Busselton, we received the news that our mate Denis Bartell had passed away.
Yeah, this is a bit, it hit us in the feels, this one. So some of you will know who Denis Bartell is and some of you will not know, and when we share the story with you it might bring back some memories because he's had so many achievements. Yeah, so we wanted to dedicate this video to Denis and for inspiring us and for sharing his knowledge with us and for just being part of our beautiful community.
Yeah, so Denis was an Order of Australia medalist among a heap of other achievements, and he reached out to us years ago when we started doing our YouTube channel and was inspired by what we were doing, and it sort of reminded him a lot of his own travels. Denis has got an incredible list of achievements. If you're interested in seeing a bit of what he's got up to, go and check out his website, desertwalker.com.au. The guy's crossed the desert, the Simpson Desert, that is, something like 70 times. He was the first person to solo cross the desert by vehicle. He's He was the first person to cross the continent east to west in both directions.
In both directions, yes.
Solo. And among a whole range of other achievements. He's crossed the desert by foot, by vehicle, by camel. He's done a huge walk
the
from...
Ted Colson reenactment. He's gone from the Gulf to, like, from one end of Australia to the other, north to south, east to west, you name it. Solar-powered cars, canoed all the rivers solo. He has just got the most amazing spirit for exploring. We were actually lucky enough once to go sit down with him and his beautiful wife, and to hear it firsthand, the joy and the tribulations and the trials, and like, how did you cross the desert, and how did you help your daughter cross the desert with 7 of her friends to raise money for breast cancer. He's done so much amazing charity work over the years, particularly for the Royal Flying Doctors, and the fact that he just loves to inspire others and to do that by showing you can do things even no matter what age you are at. Like
that chat we got to sit down and have with him a couple of years ago will stay with us for the rest of our lives. It was one of the most incredible chats we've ever had, and we've had a few over the years. But yeah, luckily for us and for all of you guys, Denis actually wrote his own biography and then went on to self-narrate the audiobook for that biography. So we'll leave links to all this down below. But yeah, if you are interested in outback travel and outback exploration, I'd really encourage you to go and have a look a bit into Denis's life and achievements. It is, like Liz is saying, absolutely incredible. As part of that, with his efforts to raise money for the RFDS, we're going to be doing exactly the same. As many of you would know, we already donate 10% of our YouTube revenue to charity every month, and throughout this year, RFDS is going to be a huge part of that. We've already made a number of donations to them, but we're going to step that up a notch in memory of Denis as well. Yeah, and like Liz said, apart from his amazing list of achievements, he was extremely passionate about encouraging others, young and old, to get out and explore and see the country as he had, or just some of the country like he had. One of his maybe lesser known achievements was that he wrote a poem about a giant sand dune on the eastern edge of the Simpson Desert, which is now become known as Big Red, and it's known as Big Red because of a poem that Denis wrote when he was at Big Red. So we thought, what better way to end off this video than to share with you Denis's Big Red poem.
It is late afternoon, and I stagger to the top of this red dune. It is a journey I've made many times before, and hopefully will continue to make for many years to come. It's a special place, my high perch, where I sit cross-legged facing the setting sun. To the north and south of me, domes of wind-swept sand protrude like pimples above the ridgeline, each one fired like a glowing poker, while below me, the shadow cast by the westerly dune inches its way across the interdunal flat, intent on extermination.
The eagle makes a long, low, graceful run to view the intruder, then catches an updraft and rises effortlessly into the sky. How I envy him, his range of visibility, his perspective, his freedom. The sun, now a fiery ball, makes a mockery of the colour chart as it dances over the scattered clouds to the west. An artist is at work here, splashing, dabbing, continually changing, working his paints on the largest canvas in the world. Then, in a frenzy, the final burst, and it's finished. A masterpiece has been wrought by the fire of life. Sadly, I watch this moment of art, this original, as it struggles in its death throes, to be obliterated forever by the curtain of night, as darkness falls on Big Red.
Really, my philosophy is quite simple. It's to be a participant, not a spectator of life and adventure. To be a winner. In other words, get in there and kick the hell out of life. You're going to be a lot better for it, and so too will this great country of ours.